Have you ever felt like something invisible was blocking your life? It is not your fault. It is not because of someone else. It might simply be the energy in the very house you live in. We often focus so much on what is outside, our job, our appearance, our relationships, yet we forget the most fundamental truth. Your home is where energy begins. And if that energy is blocked or stagnant, then wealth, health, happiness, they all slowly slip away. But here is the surprising part. With just a pinch of salt, placed in the right spots, you can shift everything. This is not superstition. There is no need for complex rituals. This is ancient feng shui wisdom, applied over thousands of years. And in today's video, I am going to share with you 6 secret locations in your home, places where you should place salt if you want to cleanse old energy, unlock the flow of abundance, and welcome fresh, vibrant fortune into your life. This is not about rearranging furniture. This is how you reawaken your home, so that it becomes a source of energy, not something that drains you. Before we begin, I invite you to take 3 small but deeply meaningful actions. Click the like button as a way to thank your home for holding space for you. Subscribe to this channel if you are drawn to feng shui, energy healing, and inner peace. Leave a positive comment below, like, "I am ready to cleanse the energy in my home. I welcome good things into my living space." Because the universe is always listening, and every word you speak is energy you send out. Now, let us explore the very first place in your home where just a little salt can shift the destiny of your entire family. Many people think keeping the house clean and organized is enough to create a good living environment. But the truth is, there are things you cannot see with your eyes, yet they are there, quietly affecting you every single day. You might feel it when you walk into a room and suddenly feel tired, even if you felt fine moments ago. When misfortunes keep happening inside the house, broken items, conflicts, financial loss without clear reason. When there is a certain corner of the home you simply avoid, for no logical explanation. This is not random. These are energy blocks, what feng shui calls stagnant qi, or unseen negative buildup, and they tend to hide in familiar places, under the stove, behind mirrors, inside old closets, corners of bathrooms, under the bed. Places you rarely pay attention to, but which act like entry points for heavy, draining energy. If these areas are not cleansed regularly, that negative energy starts to spread throughout the home. You will feel it. The air feels heavier. You struggle to sleep. Your mind becomes restless. Money seems to come and go without control. Salt, according to feng shui, is one of nature's most powerful purifying minerals. It absorbs negative energy without creating conflict. It balances yin and yang energy throughout a space. It is a symbol of purity, calmness, protection, and spiritual invitation. So no, sprinkling salt in your home is not superstition. It is a sacred energy cleansing ritual, one that protects your spiritual field. And the good news is, you do not need to put it everywhere. Just 6 key locations, places where your energy flow tends to get blocked. When you place salt in those exact spots, you will release hidden blockages, restore the natural flow of energy, and feel it clearly. Not just your home begins to shift, but you shift too. Are you ready for the first location? In the next part, I will show you where to place the very first pinch of salt, and why, if you ignore this one spot, you may be letting your luck leak out of your life every single day without even knowing it. Spot 1. Under the kitchen sink. Where wealth drains away without you knowing. There is a place in your home that most people overlook, but it could be silently draining your wealth every single day. The area underneath your kitchen sink. Have you ever noticed? This is where water flows constantly. It is usually the dampest, darkest part of your kitchen. And if there is any place where energy leakage starts, it is very often right here. Why is this dangerous? In feng shui, water symbolizes money, abundance, and the flow of prosperity. But if that water is unmanaged, dirty, leaking, or blocked, then good fortune gets washed away along with it. And under the kitchen sink, what do we usually find? Cleaning chemicals, trash bins, mold, pipes. This combination creates a chaotic energy zone, polluting the entire energy field of your kitchen. Have you ever experienced these signs? Unexpected money losses, constantly misplacing small items, feeling unusually drained after cooking. If yes, then the energy around your kitchen may be siphoning off your vitality. So how does salt help here? Natural sea salt carries strong earth energy, meaning it can absorb moisture, neutralize stale air, and block the spiritual drainage happening through your water system. Placing a bowl of salt under the sink works like an invisible shield, trapping negative energy and turning it into something clear and grounded. It helps prevent financial loss and stabilizes the energy flow in your home. How to do it correctly? Use a plain white ceramic or glass bowl, no patterns if possible. Fill it to the top with coarse sea salt. Place it under the sink, in the driest spot possible. Avoid splashes. Do not cover it. Let the salt breathe and naturally absorb energy. Replace every 2 weeks, or sooner if the salt becomes discolored, damp, or clumpy. What results might you notice? The kitchen feels lighter and more breathable. You feel less drained or foggy after cooking. Finances begin to stabilize in strange small ways. Fewer broken dishes, fewer misplaced items, and less tension in kitchen conversations. As the old saying goes, keep the fire in your kitchen and you will keep wealth in your home. But your kitchen needs more than just heat. It needs clean energy and no hidden leaks. And sometimes, just one small bowl of salt can be enough to hold on to a much bigger blessing. I once received a message from a woman in Ohio. She shared that her household had been going through a rough patch. Her husband lost a major client. Their dishwasher broke 3 times in a single month. And her daughter had no appetite and kept feeling exhausted. She watched one of my earlier videos and decided to try one thing, placing a small bowl of salt under the kitchen sink. No big expectations, just curiosity. Within a few days, she noticed the musty smell in the kitchen faded, even though it was already clean. She felt calmer and more present while cooking. And most surprising, her husband got an unexpected call from an old client. The contract was reinstated. Now, I am not saying the salt caused magic, but I do believe that when you shift the energy of your space, you send a powerful message to the universe that you are ready to cleanse, that you are ready to hold on to what is good, and that you believe you are worthy of being protected from silent leaks you never noticed before. A small bonus tip. If you want to strengthen the protection around this spot, write a small note, unfolded, with 3 things you are grateful for in your family. Place the note next to your salt bowl. Every time you cook, glance at the words for just 3 seconds. This simple act amplifies the emotional frequency of gratitude in your wealth center and keeps your kitchen cooking something richer than money. Warmth, connection, trust. Spot 2. Beneath the mirror, where energy doubles, for better or worse. There is one item in your home that you use almost every day, but few people understand how deeply it affects your space. The mirror. A mirror does more than reflect your appearance. It also reflects the energy in the space and even amplifies it. That means, if your home is full of joy and clarity, mirrors can spread that positivity. But if there is sadness, anxiety, conflict, or emotional wounds nearby, mirrors can magnify those frequencies and hold them in the air. Signs that your mirror might be holding negative energy. It often fogs up or gets blurry, even when the room is dry. You look into it and feel like yourself is missing. The light in the room feels harsh or cold, making you uneasy. You get strange dreams or a sense of being watched when walking by the mirror. Mirrors are energy gateways, especially when placed in the bedroom, near the front door, facing your work desk or dining table. If positioned poorly or left energetically open, a mirror can unintentionally double your stress, anxiety, or fatigue. What does salt do here? In ancient feng shui, salt is considered an energy shield. When placed beneath a mirror, salt will absorb the reflected negative energy, neutralize the dense emotional residue around the glass, restore a clearer, more grounded atmosphere to the room. Salt returns the mirror to its true purpose, to reflect clarity, not confusion. How to place salt under a mirror. Use a small clear glass jar. An old candle jar works well. Fill it with coarse sea salt. No herbs, no additives. Place it underneath the vanity table, under full-length mirrors, or behind wall mirrors. Stick a small pouch with tape if needed. For stronger effect, place one salt jar on each side of the mirror to balance the energy. Replace every month or sooner if the salt becomes damp, grey, or clumpy. Energy shifts you may feel after a few days. The mirror room feels lighter, especially in the morning. You feel more present and peaceful when looking at your reflection. If the mirror is in your bedroom, sleep becomes deeper and calmer. The room feels warmer, less eerie or heavy. Pets and children feel more at ease near the mirror. One extra detail. If you want to enhance the calming energy in a room with a mirror, try lighting a small white candle near the mirror right after placing the salt. The flame activates yang energy, and together with the salt forms a protective field around the mirror. And finally, remember, the mirror is not the problem. It simply reflects what already exists in the space, but you can always choose to cleanse what you no longer want to see, so that what remains is who you truly wish to become. We spend nearly 1/3 of our lives sleeping, but not every night's sleep truly restores your energy. Have you ever noticed? You sleep 7 to 8 hours, but still wake up feeling tired. You stay in bed all night, but wake up with a strange emptiness. You dream too much, chaotic dreams, and wake up feeling confused. It may not be your bed. It is probably not your mattress. What you might be feeling is the energy trapped beneath the place you sleep, right under your bed. Why is the space under the bed so important? In feng shui, the space beneath your bed is one of the deepest energetic voids in your home. It lies directly below your body during your most vulnerable state, when you are fully relaxed, asleep, and unguarded. If that space is filled with negative energy, dampness, old dust, forgotten clutter, or unused belongings, it can release chaotic energetic waves into your sleep field, disrupt your breathing and heart rate while you sleep, activate heavy restless dreams that prevent the brain from powering down. This space can become an invisible shelter for sadness, pressure, or old emotional memories that were never fully released. What can salt do under the bed? Natural sea salt holds strong yang, positive energy. It can absorb moisture, pull in trapped vibrations, and neutralize low frequencies. When placed under this bed, salt acts as an invisible shield that helps cut off energy streams that clutter your mind while sleeping, cleanse stagnant yin energy that clings to the floor beneath you, protect your sleep from unresolved energies, whether from the outside world or your own subconscious. You will sleep more peacefully without being invaded by leftover thoughts, strange dreams, or the energetic traces of those you share your home with. How to place the salt correctly. Clear everything from under the bed. Remove old boxes, clothes, broken items. Prepare 2 to 4 small white ceramic bowls or clear glass jars. Fill each one with coarse sea salt. Place them near the bed legs, ideally at the 2 headside corners, or all 4 if you want a stronger effect. Do not cover the salt, and do not place it near electronics or clutter. Replace the salt every 3 to 4 weeks, or sooner if it clumps, changes color, or feels damp. What you might notice: you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. Your body feels more rested in the morning. Dreams become clearer, less frequent, or more meaningful. Unnamed anxiety fades, and emotional stability increases. Children and pets in the room sleep more soundly and feel calmer. A deeper healing practice. Before placing the salt, write a short affirmation on a slip of paper, such as, "I release the past and sleep in peaceful light." Place the note under one of the salt bowls near the bed corner. This simple act aligns your consciousness with the space around you, giving the ritual purpose and power, and making its healing effect many times stronger. Sleep is your nightly reset, but do not let old energy continue running in the background of your dreams. One bowl of salt, one clear space, one deep sleep. Sometimes what your soul needs is not a doctor, it is a room that can breathe with you. Spot 4. Inside the wardrobe, where past energy can get trapped forever. When people think of feng shui, they often imagine the front door, the living room, or the kitchen. But there is one very personal space that rarely gets attention: your wardrobe. It may sound harmless. It is just for clothes, right? But in feng shui, your closet holds some of the strongest personal energy because it contains what you have worn, lived in, and experienced through. Every shirt, every pair of shoes, every old accessory carries with it the emotional imprint of the time you wore it. What happens when old energy builds up in your closet? You find it hard to make clear decisions. You feel mentally cluttered, even if there is space in the closet. You lose interest in dressing up or styling yourself. You fall into nostalgia or self-doubt without realizing why your wardrobe is a mirror of your self-image. And if it becomes messy, dusty, or stuffed with clothing that holds emotional pain, it will quietly block the version of yourself that you want to become. How does salt help in the closet? Salt is not just for absorbing moisture. In feng shui, it also has the ability to release stuck energy. When placed in your wardrobe, salt will absorb stagnant qi and outdated emotions, cleanse the space around clothes you wore during heartbreak, loss, or failure, freshen the energy so you feel inspired to dress up and feel good again. How to use salt properly in the wardrobe. Use small breathable fabric bags like linen or empty tea bags. Fill them with coarse sea salt, no herbs or scents added. Tie them shut with white string or thread. Place them in the top corners of your closet or in drawers you rarely open. Use even numbers, 2 or 4, for energetic balance if the space is large. Replace every 30 days. Never reuse old salt. What you might feel: the air in the closet becomes lighter and fresher, even without perfume. You choose your clothes with ease. No more emotional block each morning. You feel better when wearing your outfits. A renewed desire to express and elevate your appearance. Upgrade your closet into a confidence activation zone. Write a simple affirmation and tape it inside the closet door. Something like, "I wear what elevates my frequency," or "The past stays in the past. Today, I choose myself." You may be surprised how just salt plus positive words can transform your wardrobe from a storage space into a personal power station. The more enclosed a space is, the easier energy can get trapped. But that also means, if purified correctly, it becomes a sacred shelter, supporting your growth and transformation every time you get dressed. Spot 5. Near the toilet or bathroom, where prosperity quietly drains away. Among all areas in the home, the bathroom may seem like the most private, but in feng shui, it is one of the most influential spaces for your energy, money flow, and emotional well-being. Why? Because this is where water constantly flows away, and every time you flush, you are not just cleaning your body. You might also be flushing away energy, financial luck, and sometimes even your emotional balance. In feng shui, wherever water drains, good qi can escape easily, and the toilet is often the strongest energy exit point if not maintained properly. Signs your bathroom might be draining your luck. You lose money without any clear reason. You feel tired or mentally foggy after showering. The atmosphere in your home feels heavy or tense. You constantly struggle with financial stability or career direction. You may be keeping your house spotless, but if you ignore this energetic hotspot, your prosperity could be slipping away quietly, and you would never know. What can salt do in this humid space? Salt is one of the few minerals that can remain energetically stable in moist environments. When placed correctly in your bathroom, salt can absorb moisture and stale energy, clean the air and neutralize bacteria, harmonize the downward flow of energy from plumbing, prevent the spiritual pull from drains, pipes, and sewer lines, preserve a portion of yang, positive energy, so you feel restored after using the space. Someone once said, after a shower, I feel clean on the outside, but empty on the inside. Don't. That is not random. It means your energy field has been washed away, but not anchored back. How to place the salt properly? Use a small ceramic bowl or clear glass jar. Fill it with coarse sea salt, optional, a few slices of dried orange for scent. Place it in a discreet dry corner near the toilet or floor drain. Avoid direct water splash. Replace the salt every 2 to 3 weeks depending on humidity. When discarding the used salt, wrap it in newspaper and throw it in the outside garbage bin. Never flush it down the toilet. What changes you might notice? The bathroom smells fresher, even without air fresheners. You feel lighter and clearer when stepping inside. Mental tension eases and emotional overwhelm decreases. Money flow begins to feel more stable, fewer invisible costs. Bathing becomes a true act of renewal, not just a routine, a silent purification ritual. After your next shower, try this. Sit quietly. Take 3 deep breaths. Look gently toward the bowl of salt and whisper, I keep what serves me. I let go of what no longer does. You will feel a lightness entering your body, as if the water washed away the old and the salt is holding space for the good to remain. Bathrooms are where things leave you, but let salt help you retain the unseen things that continue to nourish you each day. Peace, balance, enoughness. Spot 6. Your workspace or spiritual altar, where intention, mission, and inner clarity are formed. Most people think of feng shui as something that influences material things, money, health, wealth. But there is something invisible yet deeply vital, your willpower, your focus, your direction, that feeling of, I am walking my path. And the space that influences this most is your workspace or spiritual corner, whether it is your desk, meditation area, or sacred altar. When energy here becomes misaligned, you lose focus easily or keep procrastinating. Creative ideas struggle to form or vanish quickly. You feel like you are working a lot, but getting nowhere. Your inner connection fades. You feel scattered, anxious, or lost. It is not that you are weak. It is possible that the guidance center of your home is simply overloaded. What can salt do in a spiritual space? Placed correctly in your workspace or altar, salt helps absorb mental noise and thought clutter, stabilize the energy field around your intentions, sharpen intuition so you know when to act, when to pause. In both Eastern and Western traditions, salt has been used to bridge the soul and clarity, especially when combined with candlelight or sacred symbols. How to set it up? Use a small glass or ceramic jar with a lid, optional for privacy. Fill it about 3/4 with coarse sea salt. Optionally, add a clear quartz crystal or dried bay leaf. Place it at the back left corner of your desk, inner world corner, or at the right corner of your altar, grounding side. If used near candles, place safely away from flame. Replace every 30 to 45 days depending on space. After placing, Close your eyes and breathe deeply 3 times. What you might experience: deeper flow when working, clearer thoughts, less mental drift. Motivation returns naturally, no forcing required. Decisions feel easier, intuition becomes clearer. Less anxiety, more sense of inner guidance and purpose. If you journal, meditate, or pray in this space, salt helps keep your spiritual frequency clean and resonant, so your mind and heart can meet in harmony. Pro tip: write a power declaration and place it somewhere in view. I am clear, strong, and walking my true path. Every idea I create brings light and value to the world. These words, when paired with salt, act like an invisible compass, a quiet reminder of who you are, especially on days when doubt creeps in. Not everyone needs a grand office, but everyone needs a clean, quiet space that helps them return to their inner compass. And sometimes, just one small bowl of salt, placed with care, is enough to hold your focus in the whirlwind of daily life. Final reflection: a pinch of salt, a shift in destiny. By now, maybe you already feel something beginning to shift, not because of the salt jars you have placed, but because you have just reconnected with your home in a way most people never do. You did not just learn how to sprinkle salt, you just unlocked something far greater: your energetic awareness of your own space. Together, we have traveled through the kitchen sink, where wealth may quietly drain away; the mirror, which reflects not just your face, but your fears; under the bed, where old energy might disturb your sleep; the wardrobe, where your past self might still be holding space; the bathroom, where both dirt and positive chi can be flushed away; your desk or altar, where clarity, mission, and soul alignment are shaped. Each space is a gateway. Each pinch of salt is a quiet yet powerful movement, a shift, subtle and sacred, turning your house from a place of shelter into a space of true healing. If you have already placed your salt, do not expect magic overnight. Instead, watch gently as the little things begin to change. The air in the kitchen feels lighter, your sleep deepens, your dreams feel clearer, children stop fussing, pets feel calmer, and you can finally take a deep, honest breath in your own space. It is not a miracle. It is the natural response of a space that has been cleansed, honored, and reawakened. A simple ritual to activate life. Energy. Before placing the salt, take 3 deep breaths, and then say one simple sentence: I release what no longer serves me. I welcome what is good and new. Place your hand over the salt jar for a few seconds. Feel as though you are encoding it with a message, giving it its mission. Salt will not do the work for you, but it will hold the energy in the right place, in the right way, so that you can walk forward with your own strength and intention. Before you leave this video, if something in this video touched you, do 3 small things to help spread this good energy outward. Subscribe to this channel, so every week you receive a gentle reminder that your living space can heal you. If you know how to listen to it, like this video, as a quiet thank you to the home you live in, the people you share it with, and most importantly, to yourself. And leave a kind comment below, such as, I have started placing salt, and I already feel the shift. I choose to cleanse my space and welcome new energy. I am ready to become a clearer version of myself. Not everyone believes in energy, but everyone feels it when the space around them begins to change. And sometimes the very first shift begins with nothing more than a single pinch of salt. I will see you again in the next video, where we will continue exploring the hidden energetic corners of everyday life, and together learn how to turn your house into a place you can truly come home to. Thank you for being here today, and may you find peace in every breath and in every step inside your own sacred space.